Yeah, this is not going to be one of those kind of videos. Hey guys, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. And today I have a nice little treat for you. So on my webpage, I made a nice little page. On my website, I made a nice little page for downloading MRC. Obviously, this used to be called Home Remoder. For those of you who haven't heard that I've changed everything over, obviously I've got all my different versions on here, and I have my change log for you guys, so you can see kind of what's going on with it, what I've been doing with it. So our most up-to-date version, we've got the program made, create INI functions for LSPDFR, which is where you can go in, you can change different INI functions. I've got the updated design name in the next version, excuse me. I've got added function to open programs and added callout and plugin tracking. Anyway, and then dynamically creating INI functions for callout and some plugins. So where I had the INI files, that was just kind of for the LSPDFR, and then I've since added a feature that will go in through each one of your callouts. And it'll basically go in, look for your INI files, and then it'll just create everything based on what you have. It'll go in there, you can change it, and then you can actually save it out, and it will it's supposed to go in there and actually change and manipulate your INI functions. So you don't have to go through GTA 5 directory and look for each INI function. Trying to make it nice and easy for you. We've got code cleanup and overhaul. Basically, I went in there, restructured how I did certain things, and then we got added drag and drop mod installation feature. This one, I will tell you to be wary, have to be careful. So I'm going to show you kind of step by step on how we're going to do this. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to download it, and it's going to give you MRC version 0.3.6.4. And then we're going to go ahead and, I got the installer right there. MRC. So we're going to go ahead and drag this right over to our installer. You can see that's our new one. We're going to go ahead and extract that right here. And it'll give you all this. I am going to tell you, we're going to find out right now. There's that. Hey, look at that. So we're going to delete that. Bye-bye. Okay, so now we're going to come in here to our newest version, and you're going to open the MRC installer.exe. So I didn't like Microsoft's installer because it kept having issues and wouldn't update any of the software. So I had to create my own. And hey, look at that. It's gone. So I'm glad that it did this so that you guys can see this firsthand. No, and I'm not removing it. So you can see the first one right here is that. We're going to go ahead and restore it. Yes, I am sure. You guys are ridiculous. You guys know that? You guys are seriously ridiculous. Alright guys, I'm going to be right back with you. We're going to have to go ahead and reboot it because that's how Malwarebytes wants to work. Hey, can you see me? Are you there? Hello? Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it was just a short visit. I'm not updating right now. I'm really not happy with you right now. Got all these items in quarantine. But remember, my MRC installer is right there. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to restore that. Yes. Stop giving me problems. As we can see, it has come back. I'm pretty sure if I open it again, it'll try to quarantine it again. So, we're going to go to my allow list. And we're going to add. You can see I put the other one in there. So, we're going to allow a file or a folder exclude from all detections. We're going to go ahead and select a folder. We're going to go to my E drive, and we're going to put the MRC installer, the entire folder in there. So that's where you're going to put your installer files. And we're going to say done. And then we're also going to add another one, allow file and folder, select a folder, we're going to put our MRC. So whatever the location that we're going to put this file at, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to select the folder, and we're going to say done. So now you can see I've got MRC and then all of my different versions in there, everything that it should be fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our MRC installer.exe, and I'm going to show you the exact reason right now why it tried to quarantine it, because it's going to ask to make changes. The reason why it's going to ask to make changes is because it has to be able to get into your system to place, like if you want to put it in program files, .x86, you have to go in there and you have to give it that permission to do so, because Windows 10, it's not usually like this for Windows 7, it might be, but Windows 10 especially has cracked down on being able to modify anything. So if you don't have, certain permissions, because it's not an installer file from Microsoft, and it's my own personal custom-made installer, it's going to throw that error. So what we're going to do is we're going to browse, and go ahead and find our E drive again, and then we're going to go back to our MRC, because this is where we want the install files to go. We're going to go to terms and conditions and go ahead and read it over if you want to. If you have any issues, you can go ahead and go to the contact. It'll bring up my, apparently it's the wrong one. I still need to change that. Anyway, I do have other places where you can contact me. You can get my email. It just nerdboundcontact@gmail.com. There's other places. You go to my website and go to contact us at the bottom. You can see it on there. Actually, if you want me to show you, let's go ahead and go to nerd. And then you see my website. If you don't like anything on here, you just go ahead and go down to contact us. I'll send you to a nice little form. Just fill it out. If you don't want to give me your phone, whatever, give me your email so that you can send me a message and I can contact back and forth with you. I've got my phone number on here. I've got my email on here. So if you guys need any help, fairly simple to get a hold of. Now, for this one, it automatically is going to try to detect your open IV location. If it finds it, it finds it. If you don't have it installed, it's obviously not going to find it. But then we go to our main GTA 5 directory, which is this PC, E, games, at least for me. For you, it's going to be slightly different. CMAP's common, and then Grand Theft Auto 5, and we're going to go ahead and hit OK. See, it fills the rest of them, because that's where Rage plugin hook, script hook, and LSPDFR should be. And it's going to verify. Oh, hey, look, it found all of them. So we're going to go ahead and do the install. And now it's saying, you can see how it just filled out all this nice little stuff, right? Put it right where I wanted it to go. So we're going to go ahead and create the shortcut and hit complete. Then it's going to come up with the disclaimer, right? It's going to tell me to accept it, because this is the first time I'm using it. And we're going to go ahead and hit accept. And it tells me security XML file was created. That's what you want to see. So we're going to go ahead and power it down. Okay. And the reason why we're going to do that is because when it starts it from that form, which you want it to, it starts it in administration mode. But for certain features to work, you can't start it, you can't do that. You can't run it as administrator, or certain features are not going to work. So I'm going to double click on it. It's going to open the program. All right, you can see all the different stuff in here. I guess I didn't have everything set out like I wanted to. Thought I had it in my installer file, creating the XML file that it needs for all your locations, but it looks like it doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find it again. We're going to find it for our Grand Theft Auto, for our main directory. And then we're going to go ahead and find it for our Rage plugin hook. You asked me why only those two. Sorry, I missed it again. Games, Steam apps, common, GTA 5, and say OK. It's going to find it for that one. Then we're going to go ahead and hit our refresh button. It's going to refresh everything out. This one, for whatever reason, like if I go and I shut it down really quick, which I can do really do for you, but the only thing that it's saying that it's missing is native trainer, and I have it ignoring that. So something with the refresh doesn't refresh this one properly. That's fine. It keeps track of everything else. It tells me all the files that it's finding, all the versions. It's created all the different things that I need. So we're going to go ahead and shut it down really quick, just so I can show you. I'm going to double click it again. Open it back up. And then you can see it's fixed. So it's nothing to worry about. You've got your main game. There's no suggestions needed. Main mods. Got my LSPDFR, script hook, Rage plugin hook, my OpenIV. So one thing that I'm going to go ahead and suggest, even for myself, just to show you some of the features in here, I'm going to go ahead and go to my GTA 5 directory, which there will be a feature later on that'll have this in here. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and add it to archive. We're going to make a ZZip file. I'll go ahead and just call it the same thing. Just say OK. It's probably going to take a little bit of time to do that. Ouch. Anyway, I'm going to cancel it because I know exactly what my program's doing, right? I would definitely suggest that you create like a backup. Just create like a zip file, back it up, so that if anything happens, you can go back to it. And the reason why I say that is because I'll show you really quick. Go here. I have a drag and drop feature. You can see it's for main. I've got main mods in there. Tells you what it is. You know, this is for any mod that will be installed to the main GTA 5 directory. If mod, it went away. If a mod has GTA 5 folder, then check this and drag the entire GTA 5 folder into it, because what it's going to do is it's going to go in there and it's going to find that, let's see, LSPDFR files, do my callouts, assorted callouts, because I know I'm not going to break it. Actually, if I go in here, see my plugins, LSPDFR menu, and I've taken out assorted callouts. So I don't really care if this goes in wrong. But you see how in my assorted callouts I have Grand Theft Auto 5. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and we're going to go ahead and drag it on over. Smart Checker didn't find a README file. Installation will continue as previously instructed. So I have a Smart Checker in there that checks for README files to see, and it tells me it was successful, copied over 178 files into my Grand Theft Auto folder. You can see right there my sorted callouts DLL. We can go back to our Grand Theft Auto. We can go to our LSPDFR, audio, scanner, and then we'll also find assorted. And it has everything in there. I've double checked, triple checked this. So you can see some of it didn't necessarily copy over perfectly. 23 and 24 shouldn't be in the other one. 2 wave, where code shouldn't be in here. But you can see that it's still in here. Rage native shouldn't be in here. So I'd be very careful with it. Actually, Rage native and elbow common. And I even have a warning right here. Dragging or dropping these files into the system will overwrite any existing files. Use this feature at your own discretion. I say that again, this is like alpha version. So if you want to use it, I would say cool, use it. But if you don't want to use it, wait till I get things a little bugged out a little bit more. But you can see in here, installs, it's kind of going through and it's telling you elbow common went into my Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. It's telling you Rage plugin hook to DLL went into my Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. It gives you every description and where it went to. And I don't have it in there yet so that I can just pull this data for you to see visually in the program. Something I'm working on for the future. But if you want to check it out, go check it out. Otherwise, the other thing callouts, right? So I've got all these different callouts, but you can see again. What do you do? Okay, go in here. Actually, I'm just gonna go in here, audio, scanner. I'm gonna remove assorted, because it does kind of make my game crash a bit. Plugins, well, it's PDFR. We're also gonna take out these two. Yep. You can see I've got line and wave in here, and they're not supposed to be in here. And it shows you right over here that this is what's in my callout folder. Anything that isn't repeated, so any DLL, you can see basic callouts, DLL, compute late, DLL, grammar police, DLL. So these are not supposed to be in here. So we're gonna go ahead and delete these. We're gonna say yes, and we do a refresh on it, go back to our callouts, and you see they're gone. All right, there was an error finding the intended INI file. The problems persist. Try contacting Nerdbound. For that one, typical callouts. Really. Okay, well, we've got compilate. Looks like it made two of them, but compilate, we got open computer, E, open computer modifier keys, none, open tablet, numpad 0, open tablet modifier key. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, because compilate, INI is right there, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Callouts. I don't want to do callouts. We're just going to go ahead and make a folder called backups. Go ahead and paste that right in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit edit. It's going to open all of these up. That is, it made them both as a single unit. That's kind of funny. Currency symbol. Okay. So we got all these different things. We're going to go ahead and change this to F. Ooh, it didn't like that. Okay. And I'm assuming that has something to do with the fact that it made two of them. Compilate, radio blip, stop the ped. Uh-oh. What is all your errors with finding this? What else do I have in here that's not supposed to be in here? Suspect under arrest. We can go ahead and delete that out. Refresh that. Callouts. Again, like I said, I made this program in 3 weeks, guys. So before we get all upset that it's not perfect, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep making it better. But until then... Oh. All you guys are having issues, huh? Compilate's the only one that's working, and that doesn't even like to work. Well. Then I guess for this time being, if the function works for you, it works for you. If it crashes it, then, so just avoid using it for now. Obviously, if I hit edit and then I try to actually edit one of these, it's gonna look through here, right? That's the thing with this one, is it's making both of them, and then it doesn't like it. Yeah, it doesn't like being changed because I have a function in there, and when something's changed, it looks for the changes so that it can auto tell you that it's changed. But don't get too sad yet. I still have the feature in there for the LSPDFR. These are all crafted not dynamically. I didn't make these dynamic. So I go in here and I can hit edit, and it's going to go ahead here and it's going to allow me to change these. Go in here like this one, true. I'm going to change this one to false, and then we can go ahead and hit save it. And then change it back to unediting. So then when we go back in here, I'm going to just get rid of all the waves in here. Plugins. LS PDFR. I know I've got you in here somewhere. Okay, so yep, they're in here. So changed my INI in here. It sets it to false, right? Go in here, edit again. I'm going to set it back to true. You see, that one, if it's not true or false, it's going to throw a fit. So we're going to go ahead and save it like that. And now it's not going to tell you. So we're going to go ahead and reopen it. And now it's true again. So again, that's my mod. That's what I've got going for it. You can even open your configurator from here. You can even uninstall it from here. Oops. You can uninstall it. Change the keys for your LSPDFR. And then I'm going to keep working on some of this other stuff in here. I have it so that when you go in here and you actually drag and drop, it creates that file that I showed you. And then down here, there's like a little button that you can press. It's going to show you all your recent installs. And it's going to tie into the troubleshooter so that you can see what is the last thing that you installed, when was the last time that was working, and go through the steps. But anyway, I hope you guys like that. Let me know what you guys think of it. If there's anything you want to see in there, just let me know. Send me a message. Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys try this out. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.